Hi all. Today I'm going to tell about some important topic related to cancer. For the past few days I have been covering almost all the videos related to cancer only, like what are the root cause of cancer, what are the symptoms of cancer, and how to avoid cancer, like what foods we have to protein foods we have to take, and how a family can help survivor, and how survivor can be free of stress and mental stress and anxiety and ruminating thoughts. So all these topics have covered, and today it's one of the important topic. And as per the research, this is the most likely reason which is causing cancer. I won't say like this is the reason, only reason which is causing cancer, but this is the most likely reason which is causing cancer. And coming to the topic, that reason is nothing else to obesity. Obesity, it may sound simple, but it is a leading factor for almost all the diseases, and especially when it comes to cancer, this is one of the major reason. Obesity, why it is caused? First of all, the obesity is caused due to the lifestyle changes. As I always say, the lifestyle changes what we are forgetting to make in our life. The small changes which we are not incorporating in our life is causing a big damage in the future. When it is prolonged for a longer time, it is causing a very big damage. So that we may think like maybe eating a pizza burger and not doing exercises for quite a few days, you may think that I am healthy, but that is not, it doesn't work in that manner. The our health condition, our body works in such a way that it will not show the symptoms immediately. When something is prolonged for a longer duration, then only it will cause cancer. Like as per the research, the people, like the scientists have found that the cancer is not occurring within a day or two. It is prolonging for a many years, like for 5 to 6 years or 1 year. Like it is prolonging for more than years. It is prolonging for years, and then only it is developing into cancer. It's not like 1 or 2 days. We may think, what happens, I'm eating and I'm not exercising, I'm not getting anything, I'm leading a healthy life, you may think. But when something is prolonging for a longer time, only it will affect our health. So obesity is also like that only. When we are obese for a prolonged time, it will definitely affect our health condition in one or the other way, in one or the other chronic illness. So coming to cancer, how it is causing cancer. There are three main causes. The first one is inflammation, second insulin, third estrogen. So these three are linked to each other and they are causing cancer. So how the inflammation happens, the body inflammation. Inflammation is nothing but uh, something layman term in order to tell that in simple term, like if a cut is happening in our hand, for example, we have some cut happening, the wound will itself, it will get healed. It will be healed in some time, some days or some time. It gets healed, but there will be some reddish spot around around that cut, and it will get healed. But the inflammation happens inside the body, it will not heal immediately. The inflammation, and that too the inflammation is prolonging for a longer time, that only it will cause cancer cells. So how it is coming to that, from inflammation to cancer cells, I'll tell in detail. First, the body inflammation, how it is happening. So when we are obese, by taking high fatty foods and by not exercising, the fat cells will develop in in it may develop in any part of the body. We will not be sure like where it is going to happen. The fat cells may develop anywhere in the body. So once the fat cells are developing, the fat cells generally they require more oxygen in the body in order to survive. They can't survive in an environment with less oxygen. So the fat cells, it will try to use up all the oxygen and everything, and will be growing. So in that case, when the fat cells, when it is accumulating, taking more oxygen, the immune cells will try to attack the dead fat cells. In that case, inflammation is happening around the fat cells. A kind of reddish, that inflammation, how we can say, some kind of how I told, right, like a healing a wound. When a wound is happening, there's some inflammation, red spot inflammation will happen. Similarly, it happens inside a body as well. So surrounding the fat cells, inflammation will happen. So when the inflammation happens, the way our body reacts, the way our body is functioning will differ. So when the inflammation happens, the insulin produced by our body will not be absorbed properly. The body will not respond properly to the insulin because the body is under attack. The body is inflamed because of the fat cells. So the body can't respond to insulin properly. It can't take the insulin, it can't respond to insulin properly. So second cause is the insulin. So inflammation is linked to insulin. So when the body is not taking insulin properly, the body produces more insulin in order for us to respond to it properly, in order to take the insulin properly. The body has to take the insulin properly. Since it is not taking properly, more insulin is getting produced inside our body. So when more insulin is getting produced, automatically estrogens will be produced. Estrogen is a hormone. So this estrogen hormone, if it is produced in large quantity, especially in female, when the estrogen is more in number, it will cause breast cancer, ovarian cancer, more similar kinds of cancer, which we'll see later, like what kinds of cancer are produced. So an estrogenous hormone is developed in a abundant manner, rapid manner. This estrogen hormone, it causes the cancer cells to divide abnormally. The cancer cells will be formed. How the cancer cells will be formed, I have already covered in a previous video. How they are formed means, when a normal cell, when it is not dividing properly, when it is not dying at a particular stage, instead of dying and instead of a new cell is formed, the same cell is mutated. It is divided n number of times without getting destroyed and without a new cell formation. The one cell itself is rapidly multiplying n number of times. That is only causing cancer cells. So because of this estrogen, more number of estrogen hormone, cancer cells are formed. So the normal cell is getting converted to cancer cell because the cell is not able to perform its normal function of forming and dividing and dying. It is not able to do that. The DNA gets damaged. Since the cells are rapidly increasing because of estrogen, the DNA is getting damaged. Once the DNA present in a body is getting damaged only, cancer cells are formed. A tumor is formed. A tumor, surrounding the tumor, cancer cells will be formed. This is only the process is happening. This is the entire process which is happening in our body. So from where it all starts from the obesity. From obesity, fat cells are formed. From fat cells, due to fat cells, inflammation is formed in the body. Due to inflammation, more insulin is produced in the body. When more insulin is produced, more estrogen hormone is produced, hormone is formed, more estrogen, and this estrogen in turn is causing cancer cells, tumor and cancer cells. So that's why a woman with cancer has estrogen level, higher levels of estrogen. Now what are the cancers, likely cancers which are caused because of obesity? Breast cancer, India's leading cancer, breast cancer, thyroid, colon, pancreas, bladder, ovary, and stomach cancer. Then there are esophagus cancer. So there are so many, these are all the types of cancers which are caused because of this obesity. So now we would have understood like how dangerous is this obesity. So that is the main reason I wanted to cover this subject today. As we all know, like we are nearing the World Cancer Day on Feb 4th. So I would like to create more awareness on this. So now we would have understood like how dangerous it is to be in obese condition. Obesity is not a joke. It is a very serious condition that we have to take into consideration, and we have to reduce your obesity. Now, how to reduce obesity? The first thing, eat healthy. Do not eat junk foods. Do not take fatty foods, oily foods. Eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Eat protein-rich foods. That is the first step. Second, exercise. Do lots of exercise. Physical activity is very important, which I've always been stressing in my videos. Move a lot. Always do a physical exercise. The how much exercise you do, it will definitely reduce your weight, BMI, body mass index. The third, stress levels. In few people, they have obesity even because of stress, huge stress levels. So we have to reduce the stress as well. That is also important. And I have always been stressing in most of my videos, or as how to avoid stress and how to overcome anxiety and everything. You can watch my previous videos as how to overcome stress and anxiety. So that is also an important factor. So these three factors have should be taken into consideration. Eat healthy, move, then avoid stress and anxiety, sleep well. So these are the things we have to consider. So how to check our weight? So we should keep an eye on a weight. We should always check our weight. The body mass index we have to keep in mind. It should match our height. Our height and weight should match. That is very important. So for adults, if you see, the 25 to 29 should be the body mass index. If it is more than that, an adult is said to be obese or overweight. And for teenagers and for children, the BMI is compared with the children of their age. So always check your BMI and take into account all these things what I've said. Please try to maintain your body weight and try to check your BMI and maintain that in a correct level, so that we are not getting obese, and we can definitely avoid these chronic illness, especially cancer, which I've always been focusing on. So if you like my videos, if you find it helpful, kindly please share and subscribe, and do click the bell icons for notifications. And definitely, if the 4th is nearing, I'll come up with so many interesting topics, which will really be an eye opener for everyone, and which will really help. I as much as possible, I wanted to spread awareness, and definitely I'll be doing in all my videos in the upcoming videos as well. So thank you for watching my video. Have a great day and have a healthy life.